Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new play-by-play video. Today we're going to be playing the long-awaited for highly acclaimed set solo that I know a lot of people on this channel have wanted to see me play for some time. So really excited to get this one to you guys. Really quickly, if I sound a tiny bit off, I think I am getting a little bit sick, sadly. So we'll just bear through it. It's nothing too bad. But yeah, so we're laying against the Kukulkan. This is going to be a pretty difficult lane. Kukulkan definitely one of the premier solo laners right now in the game. Set definitely not so much. What we really want to prioritize in this lane is just this idea of playing safe, preserving our health bar very similarly to what you do in other low pressure picks, i.e. Amaterasu. Just kind of staying back, giving up some of these neutrals, and then getting in on those silver camps, on those Naga camps, kind of on the side away from the wave, and getting into these fights healthy. And if we're able to contest some of these camps while we're healthy, we have a chance of actually getting them. But if we come in half health, I mean, it's just doomed. So it's really just about staying healthy before we really commit to any camp, and we have a chance. Gonna level our 3 at level 1 so we can kind of gain some damage reduction, aka like mitigations, and be able to clear these camps without losing too much health. You know, we are going a sigil build, which is absolutely the ultra late game kind of approach. Warrior's Axe is great on this character. Could go a Bluestone even quite strong on him as well. We did outclear it just by a little bit. I don't think it's going to be hugely impactful, but it is nice to have a little bit of priority. Again, he is just in his beast form though, so we're going to want to step away. He went the traditional build, Bluestone rushing Mystical Mail. So unfortunately no breaks for us in terms of a poor build or anything like that. And this is what I mean by preserving the health bar. We're okay with losing some gold to the tower as long as we stay healthy, because if we stay healthy, we're going to have an opportunity to do things like totems, to do neutral camps, all that stuff. But obviously we lose our health. That is all out the window. Now go for some autos on this, and we'll be able to get in time. Remember, he used his one, so I do have a little bit more damage potential on that in a pinch, and we're going to walk away here, do the same thing. Again, we saved health so that we were able to walk up to a contestable camp. We can use that to kind of break any freezing potential he does, and then, we'll do the same thing kind of for one of these side camps. So they spawn at 130. Now, one thing that we're going to actually just do here as he's playing up for this wave is we're just going to teleport over to it. So we see him over there. We're going to put our clones down, and we can just out-secure it really quickly. Again, this is a committal thing. We do lose a lot of health for this, but there's no death potential. We kind of get a vibe for how much damage we're taking. And yeah, again, does it feel the best? No, but because we're having health to expend, at the very least I want to get farm for it rather than just, take 30% of his health off and lose the trade anyways. Now we're level 4, he's level 3. We do have a little bit of an imbalance here. Now, this imbalance doesn't mean all too much in all truth, just because, he can just transform soon. All that stuff, not really issues I want to deal with, but I can take this little moment here to, at the very least, get some damage on him and get this totem, hopefully. And now we just want to beeline out of here because he is about to transform. Don't want to have those issues, right? So 2 totems down, silver camp secure, Naga camp secured, which is worth more than silver. And we're just left with the silver up. Now, because of the damage I've kind of taken at this point, no health sustain left, I'm probably just going to give that up. Again, that's really okay by me. I feel like I've gotten plenty for like this lane, so I'll give him that. Remember, that camp gives less XP than Naga anyways, so it doesn't really affect me much. And we do have a slight lead right now. Not only to mention, we've gotten 2 totems, which should be helping our team, or should have helped our team, I suppose. This guy wants to look for a rotation because I'm 5 and he's not 5 yet, but he sees that, I have the level advantage here. It is gone now, but I do just have ult, and, with how pushed up this guy is, should just be able to get a really swift kill. I gotta be careful. Obviously, Hunbats is going to be left jungle most likely, but we can finish this this wave out, get a quick reset. Not enough for Blackthorn on this back, but enough for a Chalice in tier 2, which is gonna be pretty impactful. And yeah, we just kind of continue to do what we're doing. Despite us having now like a lead, it's not really enough to actually do much significant with. We're going to hold here just a little bit. I know I put the clone, which kind of breaks that, but we'll make him lose 2 minions, which he does. So we get a little bit more of an advantage. But, despite this, we don't actually have much of a fighting advantage or anything like that. It's just quite simply Mystical Mail tier 2 is quite strong, and Cuckoo Calling is still quite strong. We do have like poke opportunities where if we just hit him kind of like that, we'll be able to do decently, but I don't really want to contest this camp. Now we see Hunbats, but I didn't know where Hunbats was. And again, we have an advantage. Like, we want to make sure that, we are ahead and we want to keep that, but we also have to understand we're not necessarily stronger just yet. I mean, we're both still level 6 at the time being, even though I'm going to hit 7 first. So I can right now just kind of play for some poke. Miss it. But ideally, I can play for some poke, and when he gets out of that rage form, we can look to kind of kid dump him. We won't kill him, but we'll get him low-ish, and I don't know, maybe we have a chance to get something more, even if that's just neutrals, which right here, he looks for his root. No secure for him, and we still don't manage to get it because he gets off. That was a good play by him. He got off the camp in time. Again, it was worth a shot. We at least did some damage, so I feel good for this Naga camp, and we had a little bit of a lead that we kind of were able to forgive, so to speak, and still stay ahead. We can just ult him here. He is kind of like pushed up. Again, I don't think there's any kill potential here, but we at least do some damage, force him out. Now we have lane prio. And I'm not too sure how much this actually nets us. If it even nets us this. I don't know where Hunbats is, so I kind of have to leave. Yeah, the ult didn't really hit the pay dirt we wanted it to, but I can probably just like commit to this. It's a little stubborn of a play, but we do get it. And now we can just go to our blue and probably just like look for a quick wave clear that's super safe and just back. So yeah, again, a lot of kind of playing with fire in a lane like this. It's really never super easy to actually build like a distinct advantage into some of these like top end characters, and this is typically why you don't really see Set being played. Not so much because he's like an awful character, but just if you're not in a lane where like even if you're realistically the better player and you're not really able to build an advantage, that's kind of like not a great feeling thing to do in Smite. It doesn't mean that the character is bad, but again, like ideally you would hope that like, especially in a ranked setting, you're able to build that advantage and not come down behind. And then doubly so, at least, when you're playing a Guardian and you are behind in the lane, at least you're a dedicated frontliner with CC. This character is all dive. So if you have an all dive character without really CC and has some frontline, but it's dive frontline. It's not quite the same as like a RDO who's actually in the front of the fight. Right, sets on a flank. You can kind of feel like, hey, what's really the purpose? Like, is this ever going to be better than a tanky Cuckoo? And the answer, generally speaking, is no. But we are getting a ton of damage off here. No kill potential just yet, but a bunch there. Our auto attacks basically just scale up in attack speed with our passives, so it caps out at a certain amount, but our autos are quite strong, so if we're able to utilize that, obviously good things can happen. For Cuckoo to make our life difficult, it's just hit us with these roots, hit us with these, obviously, immunities, for our ones and whatnot with his jump, and yeah, lane doesn't feel good. But we've done a good job for the most part so far. Forces teleport there. Don't think he's super upset. We have our TP up as well, so I'm going to just try to steal this. Do more damage than he does, so not a super difficult steal. In a spot like that, what you want to do on Cuckoo to keep like a zoning character out, or excuse me, a securing character out that's like got the range, whether that's a mage or Set, is literally just follow them, hit them, and then make it so I can't walk up, which is not difficult to do. You can force my teleport away, something like that, and then just kind of hit me. But a lot of the times, I think people they may be wasting their time if they do that because they don't do it right, or the person builds too much defense right away. But then at that point, you just outclear them, stuff like that. We're gonna go into a Glad Shield and then really start to kind of build a bit hybrid. I think you can build Set like a true full protections build, but quite frankly, your damage is kind of just a bit too low, so you want to at least get something. So we'll go like Glad Shield, Serrated, Archdruids, and then maybe a Brawlers, and I think build-wise will be pretty solid. That's kind of a tentative thing. I'm not exactly sure I'll do like that specifically, but something along those lines to make sure we have a little bit of damage mixed in with this tankier approach. And we should feel pretty happy with that. I'll be almost certainly taking Blue Mask this game. Again, we could find a way to make some cooldown work. You could go Cloak on this character, definitely not a bad option, but it is a stacking item, and if you're building a stacking item on a already semi-slow character to get off the ground, you just have to acknowledge you're really doubling down on that slow playstyle, and that's not necessarily something you always want to do. Again, it's fine to do it, but you have to be informed about it. We are getting ganked here. I did get the wave, so Worst comes to worst, like it's not a big deal. Not getting ganked. Okay, yeah, we just path like safe, and Hunbats is still here, but again, I'm really not worried about him. I do have help in the jungle, so I can just like dash on him and get a little bit of damage off. And we'll just go back to proxying. They ended up getting a pick. Our team is hunting in this jungle. So we'll just head on back. Cuckoo is here. He's going to look for a play. Again, I do have abilities and ult up, so this fight isn't necessarily the worst thing in the world. Nox got a big combo. I got a big one too. We're going to just ult. Kind of look for the Cuckoo, obviously, now, and he is just dead. And we have this ultimate going, so Geb should just be easy pickings. We kind of teleported behind because we were playing for his jump, which he jumped in place. So it worked out pretty okay for us, but that's why we didn't ult directly on him. We want to kind of predict, because our dash is our movement ability, obviously, right? We want to make sure that we predict where they're pathing, or at least cut off that exit point. Because the kill is guaranteed as long as we do that. The only way that it maybe is like not a kill is if we dash on him and he jumps back, right? So if we dash behind him, you know, even if he jumps in place or jumps forward, he's going into teammates, and that is okay by me. All right, we'll back here. We get Glad Shield, gives us HP 5 cooldown. We'll be at 20% with his build. That's enough, especially with getting a blue mask, because that'll put us at 35% when it's all said and done. It won't be capped, but pretty close, so definitely not upset with that. We could also go into, so after this serrated, again, we're going to go into an Archer. It's a really great, strong item. You could go Binding even. But Archer is going to give us a little bit more punch on our dives and some extra, in my opinion, needed tankiness. And then after that Archer, we could just go into another damage item like I mentioned. We could even go into like a Void Shield. We could go a Spirit Robe. There's really a lot of choices to go. Obviously, if we went Spirit Robe, we probably would stop getting the blue masks and go like for yellow ones. The choice and the difference really is just preference. You know, I don't think there's some innate reason why one thing would be better than the other. I just look at their comp and say, hey, they have a good amount of CC on their backline. With Scotty on the ice, I'm going to be sliding on that. They have Hunbats and Merlin. So there's a lot of things that are going to keep me from auto-attacking, not to mention a Geb. It might be better for me to build a slightly tankier build. I don't want to build full defense, because if I do that, then I just don't do enough damage. But there might be a reason to suspect, like, hey, I should probably go. He's going to force my ult here, but, like, I honestly don't really care, because we're just going to kill him. So, again, we are slow immune with beads up and our 3. 3 is down, but we're totally okay here. We just hold our teleport, immune that. We can use our 1, and we're both out. Really silly play there. Again, you don't look for a fight like that. He did force our ult, but like it's not like we didn't have dash or something to help with. So yeah, we'll get this wave reset after, and good stuff so far for us. It was a good play by him. Again, I kind of was lazy. Tried to get it there. All good. We didn't though. And we head on out. So, yeah, I think, though, this game, I think I'll go Archdruids into, like, a Spirit Robe, just because, yeah, they have a lot of CC, and again, it really is, like, disrupting my auto-attacking. If you're playing into a set, how do you beat them? Well, generally, it's a set jungle, or a set mid, right, which will be maybe Sigil in mid, but, like, full damage besides that, and jungle, probably just full damage with, like, a Blackthorn. You just have to get things that, like, disrupt the auto-attack, like, you know, kind of super dive things. So Geb's a great pick for it. I think even Kumbhakarna, despite how bad of a character he may be, is fantastic in this set with the auto attack speed reduction. Anything with just knockbacks, knockups, all that stuff, super strong. Dashes, obviously, great. I mean, it's just like really anything you would think of to be safe into a dive character really can kind of disrupt his flow. It doesn't mean he's bad into those characters, because that's, you know, a little ridiculous to say, but I look at their comp and I'm just like, they have a lot of CC on their backline. It's tough to get onto. I think even Kurnos, another really terrible pick, can be quite good into set. On her, definitely a strong one. So stuff like that. So we'll go to our blue now, and this game we're up 2K. It is 14-6, so not really the biggest lead in the world despite the kills, which is good because I want a good game. So I don't really care. And we'll kind of head on over. We've done a good job farming. Obviously, this Cuckoo has 2. So shout out to him. again, that separation that we're building is kind of difficult when, you know, we do have to lose some gold in the beginning of the game and all that stuff. We have a nice XP lead. Again, I'm just going to do some damage to him. We wait for his H to end, get some poke off. No kill there. Again, I could have ulted, but looking for an ult and a dive there is kind of dodgy. He ends up getting a snipe Susanoo ult, so that works out. Again, not even committing our ult yet. We don't need to. Remember, we are slow immune in our 3, so Scotty throws out that Bear Frost or whatever the ability is called. The first ability, I think it's called Piercing Cold, something like that. We are just immune as long as we have our 3 up. When Geb hits us with the rollout before it's like CC immune, we're immune to all that. So it's really important, and it could be really, really valuable on your dives. You never go like Wing Blade or Sling on this character. Just have to play around your 3, and you'll be able to do pretty good stuff on these dives. Another thing that I think people really mistake, at least on a set solo, is this idea that we need to dive to kill. That's just not really true, especially when you have more defense. We dive to get them out and force health bars low, but committing for a kill is really unnecessary. You'll find that just with the nature of how this character dives, you'll get kills more often than not. But if you force people out, it's really bad in Smite to just over chase. Because if somebody's 20% health and they're not doing anything anymore, you don't want to waste the remaining 50% of your health bar looking for that kill. It's just not worth it. And that you know, extends beyond Smite or beyond Set. But I think Set's a character that can really easily get baited into that trap when you have the movement speed, teleports, and just the nature of his ult. You're kind of on top of them. But playing with that discipline, especially on a tankier build, just makes you really not only unkillable for the most part, but just really annoying and continuously problematic. Whereas if you're just diving someone who's, you know, maybe you do kill him eventually, but it's just like not really worth it, and you'll probably lose more than you gain. So hopefully we'll get to showcase that. I'm just going to go back left side. We had like a rotation over here that clearly didn't pan out. We also don't have a traditional ADC. We have a Naja, so our siege is going to be awful. We do have a lot of dive with this draft. It's not super synergized, but I guess we'll make something work. I don't know. We'll see. We do have a lot of dive. They have a Geb though, which is like probably the best pick they could have done into something like this. So again, we'll figure it out. Hopefully it goes okay. This like also, by the way, if we really wanted to, we could go Archdruids into whatever the shield item's called, Erosion. It's not terrible. I can just ult this guy. I want to see how much damage we do. That's the thing. He kind of just jumps away. Yeah, that was a bit silly of an ult. We did win the fight, but like that was silly. You can just kind of hit this a little. Alright, we'll back up here. But I could go Erosion. You know, it's not the worst just because they do have Gab and Kukulkan shields. I probably still won't do it, but it just would be a funny thing to potentially go. I'm going to TP over to the right side. Scotty was somewhere. She's probably out though. Yeah, Hunbat's ult. This guy is doomed. Oh man.
Protecting others is why we fight.
Get the teleport off after we hit the one, and he is just dead. I do not know why he stayed. I thought he was totally out. So at least we get something out of it. We're still green here. We can push out right as well. Remember, that's a Scotty ADC, so no one should be here. And almost at 20. We're obviously going to get the mitigation sigil. Starter item the moment we can get it. So we'll finish Archdruids, but not go a tier 1 of any other item, because we were just saving up for that starter. Not sure I can get this. Yeah, Geb's coming, so I won't be able to, but I can do a bit of damage. TP over here. Speed's not up, that's fine. Chest might be up, but probably won't be. And it is going to be... I do have ult. I don't have a lot of mana, but I do have Blackthorn. I should at least try for this in mid. I can probably force a beads or something, almost certainly. Again, I want to hold my dash. We'll just auto-attack him first, get the slow on him now. Ult now, and again, I'm not using my 3 for a very distinct purpose. Now we'll use it. I wanted to just make sure I wouldn't be able to, you know, get slowed or something at a time that's critical, and I wanted to hold my TP just in case. Nice route, but yeah, I wish I had mana. That's alright, we got a kill. I mean, that's everything you could ask for. Really important there, we're holding our slow and stuff for his flicker. He doesn't have a good flicker opportunity, so then we slow him. But we started with the auto attacks, and then we looked for it after it was like kind of a confirmed easy hit. And then he was just kind of dead at that point. So now we want to Yeah, we want to just save for a start. We're 500 off. I probably should get some wards. This is kind of weird. I don't know if we can actually do fire ever this game. We really don't have burn at all. So this is probably just a rundown lane fight. That means generally pyromancers are our most important objective on the map because those bombs are kind of our only way to siege. And yeah, we're going to make sure that we're at least here for them. I'm going to go get this left wave one more time. We hit 20 off this. Don't have enough gold for a starter. Actually, I might just come mid. Yeah, I'll just come mid. They're a little too far pushed up for the pressure that we have. So if we can just get on this Gab even. Got his flicker, that's fine though. He is not the target. Okay, it didn't really work, but like we did damage. So this is still fine. I think we can just push. Yeah, I'm just gonna like dive. I have beads, so what just happened to my screen? You guys saw that? Sure you did. Okay, well, I mean, we had some beads. I don't know what happened. We got Hunbat salted in, like Scotty. Okay, well, that's awesome. It's just the, you can't look at anything angle, I guess. It's crazy. That is Hunbat Salt, that is Scotty ult, I believe. So what we're gonna do here is they might be heading towards fire. I know we saw Scotty right, but they still have Merlin burn and stuff. I'm gonna TP behind topside. They might just be on pyro. That's like more realistic, but just in case, yeah, and they were. That's okay. We've got sigil now, so still is okay. I know we traded gold for pyro. I said I didn't really want to do that, but hopefully we'll still be able to push. We wanna just try to get tier 2s. Again, we can try to do fire. I really don't see who's doing damage, to be honest. Because this Naja doesn't. I don't really think I do. And then Nox is like just ass, you know? To be honest. Excuse me, I'm not supposed to be swearing on here. Nox is just not good. So I don't really know. We'll have to figure it out. Again, they're gonna take a fight. Definitely have to disengage here. I almost wish, kind of. I didn't realize we had a Naja ADC. I would have built a little bit differently, but I think if I realized we had a Naja, I would have went Sundering Axe, just because we're going to be in a situation right now where, like, if we want to do fire, we need to have such an imbalance on the map in terms of health bars and people alive that it's going to have to be, like, really staggering. And I think a great way to reach something like that is to go Sundering Axe and play for poke, force someone low, and then to get a pick on them. But that's really not going to happen with this starter. This guy flickered. You know, obviously we do lose our Naja, but I'm kind of okay with that. We are like really tanky. We got his beads forced here. I'm going to continue to chase this. He's running away. That's his blink down. That's fine. And we'll just get this tier 2. So look, if we're getting towers and stuff, it is a win. Because, again, that is the trailing issue with this. We'll kind of hit this a little. Again, you're kind of going to notice our damage isn't so hot. We do have a bomb, though, so I want to say we have a little bit of a chance to get this. I got a TP thing off on him. And, yeah, not really too much here to be done, unfortunately. We did get some poke on it, so I guess that's good. Alright, we'll back up. This is tough, because if I go damage, we have more siege potential. If I go defense, though, I have more cast potential. It's kind of an awkward balance. I don't think either way is going to be bad, so I just probably have to commit to one or the other. Get some poke off on them. This fight isn't bad, we just have to be patient with it. I have my ult soon. Oh, that's not good. Too bad. It's okay. We got some more damage off on them, though. And if we can continue to poke and stuff, we can maybe do something. It's probably just a wrap, though. That's alright. We'll go back right. Again, it's really going to be this kind of awkward middle grounds where there isn't too much space to be made. We have to kind of get a pyro and go for these tier 2s, tier 1s and whatnot. And then after that, really just maybe get 2 bombs on somebody and just run it down a lane. We'll go into, let's see, so now's kind of our decision, damage or defense. I like the idea of what Crusher does, to be honest. I'm going to go Crusher. I know Heartseeker's like a good buy, but we don't have that much power. I think the extra attack speed and like poke potential is probably a little bit better overall in this specific game. I might be wrong on that. I really don't build either of these items much because I just don't play jungle, but I think with like the nature of how little power we actually have, This is probably for the best. Yeah, I'm like I'm feeling pretty good about that. Also, again, I like the idea of having some extra attack speed so we can siege things easier. I know obviously we gain attack speed from our passive and whatnot, but we'll be able to get to a higher threshold quicker. I can TP over right. What a beast. We'll take this time to split left here. Should be able to get a tower at least. How hard are we getting this for? 95? That's not bad. Honestly, that's not bad. Especially with like the attack speed we'll have soon. That is not terrible. I'm going to continue to push, I think. Unless they like walk up. I'm going to hover. They're walking up. I don't know why they're walking up. It's seriously like for this team, if they just hide, we can't do anything. I don't know why they're walking up, but I won't complain. Like, what is this? Oh, well, maybe that's why he does it. Because he knows we're not a threat. Oh, we might be anyways. This is Aegis. Yeah, we might be anyways. Holy. Fair enough. This character's crazy, dude. Alright, we'll go left now. Actually, we should just go mid. They've really made this easy. I was stressing. I was like, this could be a 50-minute game because we just can't siege. They have great defense too. It just these fights they're taking are really, really stupid. Timeline forced. Oh my, he just got farmed. Can we get this though? Oh, Nox is the bomb. That's so sad. We can still probably do it. We can put down our abilities for serrated power. It's a little scuffed, but it does work. And Geb's going crazy, but won't be enough to hold the Phoenix. Nice job. Alright, we'll leave here. Alright, now this is a lot easier. When you have one Phoenix down, sieging is very, very simple. We'll head over to Pyro sometime soon. Go get that bomb, and obviously I don't have fire, but I should have upgraded this TP a long time ago, but obviously I don't have fire, and I'm not sure we'll still be able to get it, but with the bomb, with this build, I'm pretty sure I can just ult a Phoenix and just get it. Because ulting's going to increase our capped attack speed, and I'm pretty sure that stacks on objectives, so or like on towers. So I'll just have like near 2.5 attack speed. I'd probably already be close with my regular passive anyways. And yeah, it should be easy work. We just need a little bit of space and time. I should go pick it up. It's always a bit weird. Oh, he picked it up. Never mind. Okay, that's fine. I was gonna say it's always weird and like not really optimal to get a bomb if you have a health chalice, just because then you don't have sentry wards to place down and whatnot, which is really, really not a good thing. It's kind of forgiven on a character like Set or Amma just because you have split push potential, and usually if you're picking up that bomb, you're using it either for split push potential or you're using it in Amma's circumstances sometimes to just burn down an objective because you usually have a burn comp with her. So that's generally when it's like a bit different, but for the most part, yeah, if you're playing like Kukulkan or something, you don't want to bomb in a chalice. That's really not like a great look unless it's like mid game and you know you're going to use it right away. But I'm saying, assuming you're holding it and you're at Fire Giant fights, it's probably not great. So as you see, we're like splitting the map here a little bit, kind of under the understanding that like we should be favorable in those fights. I'm gonna just pre-beads the Hunbat's ult, and he's not dead. No. We'll heal off this guy. We have a chance to live here. We are surviving. We are alive. We're never gonna die, dude. Oh my gosh. That was crazy. We took a lot there, but Serrated's healing and a little bit of the Sigil healing did us well there. He is gone. Can we just hit the Titan? So this heals me, right? I think so. Like a little bit. Yeah, so you heal a little bit upon like taking like a series of abilities for a percentage of your max health. So that was some of the healing, and obviously Settle heals us, and then Serrated. So a huge combo of just a lot of good stuff there. And we'll take the win. Again, I'm like a little off. This is my first game on. To be honest, usually the first game I don't expect to be a video because it just doesn't work that way nowadays. But I mean, hey, I'm happy with that. I did try to record one set video probably 2 weeks ago when it was first suggested, and it didn't go very hot. I won't lie. So I kind of have been avoiding it like the plague. But we did finally make it work. Again, this character's not really the best in rank just because of how much pressure can be put on him early. But if you're in a matchup that's not Kukulkan, not Mulan, and even though we were against a Kukulkan, there's still ways to play it. You know what I mean? And we were able to exploit that. So 27k damage, pretty great mitigated as well. So top damage and almost top mitigated in the lobby. 4 words, pretty solid. 808. We are about to be back in GM. Again, there's been a great MMR deflation. Everybody is lower now. Seriously, I was queuing and I'm like the highest person in a lobby full of pro players last night. It was ridiculous. But thank you guys for watching. As always, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you sometime soon. Let me know what characters you'd like to see next. And peace out.